Hello, welcome. My name is Tracy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in Australia. Thank you so much for joining me. Today is number 4 in Case the Catalogue, where each Tuesday I bring a video tutorial to you where I pick a card or project straight out of the annual catalogue and we make that card or project. Today we are making a gift card. You can find it on page 228 and we're using the stamp set called Hand Delivered. So I'll bring the gift card in. It's a little gift card, but it's so cute. So that's the gift card. I'll bring the catalogue in just to quickly show you as well. So it's right here in the catalogue, in the Hostess stamp sets. And I also want to bring in the stamp set for you as well. Now, the reason I really liked this gift card is this one's made for the graduate, but there are so many different sentiments that you can use for this. So there's birthdays, there's weddings, there is graduations, miss you, happy birthday, hope you feel better soon, love celebrating you, thank you. So this gift card could be used just with this stamp set so many different ways. So let's get started with it. Okay, so when I chose this project, I didn't realise it had the stitching around it. If you saw Case the Catalogue number 3, which is my last one, you would have seen that I can't sew, so I used the faux stitching again on this project. So using the hand-delivered stamp set, like I said before, I've also used the stitched all around framelits just to do that stitched edging using that die there. The inks for the project today are Crumb Cake, Soft Suede, Flirty Flamingo, Balmy Blue and Granny Apple Green. And I've also used the mini ruffled ribbon in the Lemon Lime Twist. This is really pretty ribbon if you haven't seen that before. The supplies are fairly minimal for this project as well. We have a piece of crumb cake, some vellum cardstock, watercolour paper, balmy blue cardstock and some of that ribbon. In the description of this video you'll see a link to my blog and all the measurements and supplies are listed on that blog. You'll also see a link to my online store where you can purchase all your Stampin' Up supplies, and there is a Hostess code there, so if you are popping in an order, use that Hostess code for the month and I'll send you out a free gift. Okay, so we might start by doing the watercolour feature first. So we're going to heat emboss with black embossing powder. I'll bring that one in and I'm going to just bring my embossing buddy in and hitting that, getting rid of any static. Bringing some Versamark ink in, and I'm going to start with the lady's legs and skirt. So I'm going to ink that up. So I have black embossing powder. I just keep it in a container. I just find it's a bit easier than using those little containers that they come in. There we go. And I'm just going to heat that up with the heat tool. Now using her skirt, I'm just going to stamp straight over her skirt to give her that flower detail. And the last one we have is the pile of books with the apple on top. I think I need some re-inker for my So I'm going to get rid of my foam core board and just bring in my other mat just for the watercolouring. And I'm going to bring in crumb cake, and I'm going to do her legs in crumb cake just to give it a little bit of colour. And I'm also going to do this book here. I'm going to bring in the Granny Apple Green next. I'm going to do the top of the apple, so the leaves on the apple. I'm also going to do this book here. And you can change the colours around. I certainly have a little bit. Okay. I'm also going to do this bit, the two there, and her shoes. Look how pretty this Granny Apple Green looks as shoes. And we might bring in Flirty Flamingo next. And do the apple. And I like that we can do light and dark colours here. So I'm going to do a dark one just here. And colour in her skirt as well. I'm not sure if you saw in the stamp set, she has a couple of different skirt types. So she can just have the plain skirt, or she can have the flowered one like we've done here, or a striped one. So this is great for all the different variations you can have. And then we might bring in the soft suede next. This one here. And I left out her hands, so I might just bring the crumb cake back in. Just do her fingers there, they're just sort of peeking in under the book. There we go. And then last one's Balmy Blue. I'm bringing the Flirty Flamingo back in so we can go around the outline of that book there. And there we go. I might also bring in a little bit more colour to her skirt. Just like that. So I'm going to leave that to the side just to let that dry for a little bit before I fussy cut it. And I'll fussy cut that off camera as well. So bringing in the crumb cake piece, we're going to stamp congratulations with crumb cake ink just on that top bit. So I've actually scored and folded that in half. So I have the congratulations, make sure it's up the right way. Bring my mat in as well. And I'm just going to randomly stamp that around. It would be easier using a smaller block. I've got all my videos ready to go today, and all my blocks are sort of being used at the moment, so I've just had to make do. So that's it, randomly stamped around. And I'm also going to bring in the 1.5 inch circle punch, and I'm just going to punch, center it in the middle, and I'm just going to punch not quite half off, so not quite half of the punch. So just like that. Now we're also going to bring in that die, and we're going to do that stitched die now as well. So this one here, I'll bring the big shot in. So I'm going to line this stitched up just along the sides. So run that one through. Look at that. Doesn't that look great? So we're going to do the other side as well. And also along the edge of that score line, so just where that score line is. So that gives us our stitched around. So I also have a white gel pen, and I'm just going to go over those stitched areas just to give it that linen look, that cotton look.
Along the sides here. So I'm going to bring in some tear and tape.
I'm going to place a strip right up against the edge there. I'm going to do that on both sides. So this is on the back piece. We're going to attach the ribbon to the back piece. Okay. So I'm going to lay, so this sort of around the halfway point of that ribbon, I'm going to lay that down. And there is still, you can see where the tear and tape is. Can you see that? There it is. There's still a strip there. So cutting off that one. Just cutting off that little bit of excess there. So I'm going to lay another bit of tear and tape down, and then we're going to glue it together. See, there's plenty of room still for the gift card. And you want a pretty good adhesive. You don't want your gift card to fall apart, because this ruffled ribbon's got a bit of texture to it as well. You want to make sure that it's going to hold it down properly. You can even put the gift card in there when you place it down. That way there's plenty of room in there. So now this is all dry. I'm going to just cut this one out. I'll come back with it all done. Okay, so I've finished cutting the graduate out there, and now we're just going to use the punch, and we're going to punch a starburst punch with the vellum. Bring that one in. So that'll go behind. Okay, so now we're just going to do to the graduate. So I'm going to bring that balmy blue in, and we're using the soft suede ink. just going to ink that up and stamp that in the middle there. Just like that. We're going to cut these off. So I'm going to have graduate by itself and then to the by itself. So now we've just got to pop it all together. All the elements are done. So with the vellum, I'm just going to put a little bit of tear and tape behind there. Stick that down. And we're going to pop to the graduate up, and I stamped in the wrong colour before. I stamped in the balmy blue, so I just turned it over. I'm just going to use some mini dimensionals. I'm going to use mini dimensionals on this one as well, just because they're a little small in parts. So I'm going to pop this one down. Just like that. And we're going to stick these pieces down as well. There we go. It's a cute little card. Thanks so much for joining me today. These are the gift cards that we made. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave me a comment, and if you haven't subscribed already for my next video, please do so. Have a good day. Thank you. Bye.